All right, good morning, guys. Quick sound check. Let me know if you can hear me. Sound check on 1, 2. How's everybody doing this morning? Awesome, appreciate it, Jose. What's going on, Jadison? That's a pretty cool name, Jadison. I like that. All right, guys, let's take a look at the markets here. 9:18, got about 7 minutes to go here till 9:25. And I don't think we're not going to need much time today here. Pretty simple kind of plan, I think, for today here. A couple notes that I want to caution you guys on, and a lot of that's going to be revolving around the news for today. Top of the morning to you as well. So what I put in the morning write-up from today, and I'm just going to read it, 2 lines here. So what I put in is, I do want to caution new traders that if you have never traded an FOMC event before, then this is not the best one to start on. Also, if you're currently in the combine, then keep an eye on the news schedule so you don't trade at an unpermitted time. And then the last thing that I put in here was, today is not the day to be a hero, and try to be in early for the thrill and excitement of a big spike or drop coming. Keep your risk metrics in place and your emotions in check as well. So that was just part of the morning write-up here, and I think it's really important to today's action, and you guys will see why here fairly soon. So I wanted to read that out to you guys this morning to start off with. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to FOMC and kind of all the stuff that's going on here, take a look at the Forex Factory calendar here this morning, and you guys can see, it's currently 9:20 Eastern in the morning here. We've got a lot of red news coming up here. Pretty much between now and 9:30 this evening, we have nothing but red news announcements here on the day. So if you guys are unaware, red means not necessarily red in the markets, but red means it's super important here. Orange, yellow there as well. But what we've got, 10:30, we've got crude oil inventory numbers. Crude's currently printing 58.28s here. It's got about a $1.50 range in the overnight session so far. And crude dropped tremendously yesterday, like really, really quick too. I'll pull that chart up just so you guys can see that. That first hour of crude was $3.06 to the downside. These are the levels I was paying attention to for crude yesterday. Now, personally, I took the day off yesterday and definitely not upset about that at all. It was definitely the right move to do in terms of the overall markets. Today, a little different story. We're not taking the day off here. And the reason being is that we have all of this news announcements coming out. Now, 2 o'clock, we've got FOMC economic projections, the statement, and the federal funds rate. And then 30 minutes later at 2:30, we have the FOMC press conference. There's a lot on the line here for this. Again, I don't know what the numbers mean necessarily about the rate cut, or how people are going to perceive that, or really how the market's going to perceive that, or any of that situation. So what I like to do is look at the charts, and I'm going to let the charts tell me what they want to do for the day. I just want to be aware of when those news announcements are coming out here. And what the chart is telling me here, and the levels that I've marked up for today, are going to be 29.97s, 30.14s, 30.23 quarters to the upside, and then 29.70 75s and 29.64 75s to the downside. Now, the big thing to pay attention to here today is going to be 29.97. That is the most important level on the day for me. We've got about an 8-point overnight range here so far in the S&Ps, 3,000 quarters up to like 3,875, I believe. Yeah, 3,875s. So 8.5-point range. And we're currently like smack dab in the middle of that here at 475, 3,004.75. 2 scenarios here on the day. Number one, I did put out a trade idea in the morning right up there. looking for a move one direction or another here in the S&Ps. I don't see us closing today anywhere around this kind of $3,000 number. Depending on whether they do whatever, again, I don't necessarily care. I think the market's going to have a big move one direction or another. And I think a lot of people are thinking the same thing. So to some degree, I kind of want to fade that and think that it's going to be a non-event. But it just seems to me like there's too much riding on this, and the market's at such a level here that it needs to move one direction or another. So 29.97's the most important level in the day for me here. If we crack through that to the downside here, then we've got a lot of room to go. 29.70 75s, 29.64 75s. And if we get through that on the day, we have got a lot of room to drop and could potentially start in the direction of a bear market territory there if that does in fact happen. Again, I don't know if that's going to happen yet today or not, but if 29.97 breaks and we start working our way down there, that is a real possibility going forward here, going into kind of Q4 for this year. On the other side of that, if we are able to break up through 3,014 on the day, that should get us a print of 3,023 quarter rather quickly. And if 3,023 quarter can get through, then I think we're looking at a nice 2-3 day rally here into the end of this week, and a rather nice move there. New all-time highs kind of coming there. If we take a look at the SPX here, which isn't going to have kind of the effect of rollover and dividends and stuff like that, we're looking at 3,027.98. That's about 22 points from where we closed yesterday to get new all-time highs, and I don't think the market would really have any problem doing so. If we look at the NDX here, NDX highs are up here 8,027. That is about 140 points from where we closed at yesterday there, and Nasdaq's gapping down here like 11 points, so not really much there. But again, if we're able to really start pushing through these resistance levels here, changing this hourly trend back to the upside, then I think new all-time highs are on the way for this market. If we're stuck in between 29.97s and 3,014s for the day, I'm going to be completely surprised there. I do think we'll be stuck between that level here for the morning session. So I'm not looking to do too much here at the open. I want to see if there's a couple scalps that present themselves with this market, but we're pretty much gapping this morning right in the middle of kind of the overnight range. One thing I did mention as well in the write-up was that volume is super light right now. 217,000 contracts have traded for the S&P 500. When I did the write-up, it was at 169,000 contracts, and that was about a little over an hour ago. So we've traded like 50,000 contracts in an hour. We'll typically trade 50,000 contracts in 5 minutes. And we're typically at, 300,000 to 400,000, if not more, contracts traded by this moment in time here, typically each morning. So volume is really rather light. I think that's going to continue through until that kind of 2 o'clock time frame there. So be very selective, be very patient here this morning, and don't go getting yourself into trouble here, and keep that powder dry for the 2 o'clock news announcement there with FOMC and all of that stuff. These are the levels I'm watching for here in the S&Ps. I'll share with you guys in the MLT Discord the levels I'm watching for the Nasdaq, Russell, and Dow. I'm going to mark those up after the open. Again, thinking we're going to have a pretty quiet open and first part of the morning here. So I'm going to run through those charts as well, and I'll drop those links in the Discord as well. There is a little bit of percentage change here, difference this morning, where we've got S&Ps down 0.14, Nasdaq 0.16, Russell 0.08, and the Dow 0.11. Nasdaq was the strongest market yesterday by far, just based on the price of the chart, or the chart structure there. Dow was the weakest with that gap at the open, was able to recover some of that here. And again, I don't necessarily think it matters which market you choose to trade today. As long as support or resistance is broken, I think they're all going to get a rather nice move in one direction or another off of this 2 o'clock here. So anyways, I will be back in just a few minutes with everyone in the MLT Discord. I'll run through those charts in the Nasdaq, the Russell, and the Dow. If you're listening new from YouTube here, welcome and congratulations on finding the channel. Be sure you click that subscribe button so you know when we go live each and every morning. And if you want to join myself, Perry, Jay, Rob, the rest of the team there in the Discord, then you can get all the details at the first link in the description below. So go ahead and click that link. Otherwise, have a great rest of your trading day. Be safe. Be smart with this move. And again, like I said, not a day to be a hero here by any means here. So take care. Hope it helps. And I'll see you guys in the Discord. Take care.